Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Destiny Final Verdict. Should you buy this game? Now, I've been playing this game every day since the game came out, with a couple hours every day, a couple hours, let's say a little more than that. But I finally gotten to a place where I could give my final, really good review of the game, and my final, let's say, good or bad. I'm going to give you all the bad stuff, then all the good stuff of the game, Destiny. I'm not going to show you any gameplay, because you already know gameplay. I'm just going to talk to you guys about the game, because the gameplay, you've seen it. You go back to my channel, you can watch the gameplay if you want to. Whatever you want to do, it's there. But I'm just going to talk to you guys about Destiny, and really should you get this game. Now, this thing is on all the systems, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, 4, then at 1, you know what I'm talking about, all the big ones. But, sadly not PC, but maybe later on, but I know Bungie is not into that area, but maybe, but let's get to this, guys. Now, I have spent countless hours every day in Destiny. I have gotten a good level. I'm 28 right now, 2 more to go, 30 is the max. I have gotten tons of exotics, legendaries. I have really gotten to a place where I can have a good review of the game. Now, first off, I'm going to talk about the type of game that Destiny is. Now, Destiny is a... How do I say this? It's a game that it's like an MMO type style game. It has the mechanics of a MMO, but it has different mechanics of different games, which makes it unique in itself. It really does make it a unique game that you probably won't, you have never, probably haven't never played before. I'm not gonna lie, it's a new game to me in the type of genre that it is. Destiny is an MMO, FPS, RPG. Let's say that much. It's all of those things plus a little bit more tied into there. It's really a unique game overall. Now I'm gonna get to the bad stuff first, and go to the good stuff, and really just mix it in. I don't want to do back and forth, but let's go to first off, let's talk about the story. The story of the game is it's a game that once you beat the game, it leaves a lot of possibilities open, and which will be coming from the DLCs. Let's just say that much. There's a total of 3 planets, Mars, Venus, and Earth, that you can go and explore. Then there's the moon, which is not a planet, but there it is. That's another location. Those are 4 big locations that you can explore in the game of Destiny. Those are the 4 main planets. In December, later on, they're adding Mercury and Jupiter. Then I guess later on they'll be adding the rest of the planets in the galaxy. But the story, guys, there is a total of 50 quests in the game, which doesn't say it's how do I say this? It's like there's a lot of quests in the game itself, 50, which you'll be spending between 10 minutes to sometimes even 40 minutes on one quest. And out of 50, that's going to give you between 15 to 20 hours of gameplay just from the story itself, which is, some people saying it's short. It is a little short. It is, to me, for a game of Destiny, it is a little short, because you can beat it really quick if you really want to beat it super quick. You can beat the story in 8 hours, 6 hours, something like that, if you're really striving to beat the story quick. Now, is the story itself good? Well, the story is they don't really go in depth. Let's say that much. It's very linear. They will start you off with this guy, talking to this guy, the speaker, I guess. Oh, spoiler alert, some spoilers, not really a lot, but just, I'm just going to talk about some stuff. I'm not going to say nothing. You start off with this guy, and it jumps to this person, then it leaves that person forever till the end of the game, this computer, then it goes to this person, you know what I mean? And it really, then even some people, they just jump to talk for a couple minutes, boom, they're gone forever, and it does that a lot through the game of Destiny. It doesn't really give you a full experience of the story. The story is, I would give it, it's there, but the DLCs, which I don't like it. I know people doesn't like that, but guess what? It's what's happening. You have to buy the DLCs to get more story. It's bad, but guess what? That's how it goes. And I guess the DLCs will expand the story, I guess, to new planets, which it will, but it's just going to keep going from there, I guess, till they beat it. I don't know. But the story, I would give it there. Now, the quest itself. Each one of the quests in the game, all 50 of them, are unique and designed for themselves. It's like every quest is cool. Every quest is fun. There's always this one boss in this quest, or this one weapon that you get in this quest, or like these giant scenes of just epicness in this one or this one. Every quest is unique in itself and it's fun. The story itself, I don't think it's there yet. I do wish they would have had Mercury and Jupiter already into the game. Me personally, and I think everyone else would like that too, just to expand the story a little bit more, but sadly they do not have it there. The quest, each one of them is unique. Some of them are super cool. Some of them are... Actually, every quest in the game, every mission, I guess, or story mission, is very fun. They're unique, they're fun, they're cool. They always give you surprises one after another, and they are fun. The story itself, no. No, it ain't the best. It's there, but it's not the best at all. But that's the story itself and all that stuff. That's my review of the story. It's there. Questing itself, the landscaping, the big bosses is amazing, but the story, it's not there at all. Now, I'm going to get to the gameplay mechanics of Destiny now. A lot of people saying I've been watching tons of reviews of this game itself. A lot of reviews, I do not agree with at all. Some of them I do, but some of them I just do not agree with at all because they are not really getting in depth with Destiny at all. Because I know I can point out big names, but I won't. But let's just say, before you listen to those reviewers, listen to me, because I actually played the game for 2 weeks. I have put the time into the game that you have to have into the game in order to be to know Destiny itself. I have put the time in. These reviewers, don't. I watched their gameplay that they supposedly got, and they're using level 6s and 8s to give a review of a game. The game doesn't start till you're level 20, and that's a big thing I'm going to get to in a second. But do not, guys, just trust me, do not listen to half of these reviewers out there of Destiny. They only play the game for a couple hours, then they're done, and they think that's the whole game, but they're wrong. Now, first off, let's get to the gameplay itself. Now, the gameplay mechanics are very fun. When you first start off the game, it is a little slow because you're just starting off. You don't have nothing good. You don't have no good weapons, you don't have no good armor, you're just starting off. Like every game, you start off, like especially MMO, you start off slow. At least it ain't really that slow, because the bosses are really cool. Like at the second mission of the game, you have this big bosses you gotta fight, even the first one. And you're already exploring, getting vehicles and all this stuff. So it ain't really that slow, but people are saying that's really like slow because you have to like, all the guns, it's really like slow mechanics. But when you go through the levels, especially when you get to like rank 15 to 16, the levels and the just the amount of stuff happening really picks up, and it goes to places that it really is. Let's just say it gets exciting. The gameplay from the start of the game to there, it really gets something else. And every time you raise the level cap, raise the level difficulty, which I'll get to in a second. But let's just say the gameplay, guys, I like it a lot. I think the game runs incredible for 30 frames per second. For a game that runs 30 FPS, it runs the best that it can ever run before. I'm not even joking. The game runs smooth to me. I haven't had no lag. For me, on my PlayStation 4, I haven't had no lag. I don't know if anyone else has had the problem of lag or whatever. But, for me, I don't have lag. I don't have none of that stuff. I just play the game and enjoy the game. And that's really what happens in Destiny. Now, the gameplay itself. The gameplay runs really good. The guns fire good. Every gun is unique to itself. Every gun has different attributes. There's primary guns, special weapons, heavy weapons, your 3 subclasses of weapons, which you can choose and pick one of the other. Now, heavy weapons, I do think it's very linear in the heavy weapons slot, because there's only 2 weapons, LMG, light machine guns, and rockets. I wish there was more, like at least 5 for the heavy, 7 for the special, and 10 for the primary, but there's not, sadly, like different types of weapons like that. But sadly, there isn't. But the guns play great. The melee combat plays great. The movement plays amazing. I mean, it's just, when you level up, you get agility to make your character move better in the air, jump better, run better. You gain armor, you get slower, but you get tougher. You gain different slots from armor to weapons to make your reload faster, aim better. Exotic weapons has all these bonuses. It's really, the gameplay itself, the core is good. It's very fun to play, especially when you get to the higher levels and really going up against these epic bosses, epic strikes, epic raids, to really use these mechanics, and really even in Crucibles and stuff. And the Iron Banner, which is coming out in 2 weeks, I cannot wait to play that also, which will be using this in a Crucible setting. So it does look very cool for that, and I cannot wait. But let's just say, guys, the gameplay itself is good. It's some of the best I've seen. It has the mechanics of Halo mixed in with Destiny itself, a new mechanic that we haven't seen before, and it really is fun what they designed from the game itself. Now, going over to like vehicles and stuff like that, there's only the Sparrow. There's exotic vehicles, legendary vehicles. It's pretty funny, I think. To me, I think it's pretty funny. But the vehicles, yeah, they drive amazing in the game. I mean, they really do. They don't just hit stuff. They don't hit like a little leaf, boom. It actually drives, it floats, it goes up hills. It's good. It's the best vehicle in the game that I have used in a long time. Not even joking, in a long, long time. It just plays. The vehicles itself, they just run good. Like I was really winning races into Destiny. I know people's like, what? But I really mean that. The way the vehicles run, with the boosting, with all these different speed boosts you can do, with all the terrain aspects, you could really have races into Destiny. I don't know. Maybe in the city later on. I just think that would be a cool idea to implement, because the vehicles drive amazing. It just drives good. So basically, guys, the gameplay itself, the core mechanics of the game is amazing. They're good, they're fun, and there's something that is really unique to itself, especially when you're getting up into the levels and unlocking your different subclasses, ranking them up, getting all their cool special abilities. Like I'm a hunter, so I get the blade. I'm with the blade dancer, I guess. I turn like into this Super Saiyan guy with a knife, a glowing knife, and I just wreck people, teleporting, turning invisible. It's pretty cool. We're launching waves of energy. We're spinning around, killing everyone. It's pretty cool in that aspect like that. But that's for the hunter itself. Titan has 2. The Warlock has 2. Every class has 2 subclasses, which will have different ultimates or super abilities and different abilities overall, and grenades and things like that. So the gameplay itself, guys, is amazing. It's fun, it's unique, and overall, it's good. The story itself, no, it's not good at all. Now, let's get to the RPG or MMO aspect of the game. Now, let's get to the loot system. Now, guys, one thing I'm going to tell you right now, there is a grind in Destiny. I like the grind. My friends like the grind. A lot of people I know like the grind. A lot of people doesn't. And one thing I like to call this is when a game grinds for something, like to get this armor, to get this weapon that you have to work for day after day to get, I think it's good because it will then reward you when you get that. You know, I don't like it when people says, let me just do this quest and get the best weapon in the game. You know, this is MMO, guys. People has to learn that. This is an MMO. You have to work for your stuff. You can't just go out there and get it. People plays World of Warcraft, and you have to work to get that certain weapon or armor in that game, and this is just like it. If I want to get the comedian shotgun, I have to work to Vanguard rank 3, then I have to work to get my Crucible marks up and my Vanguard marks up in order to buy that. And I have to work day after day to get that weapon if I want it, or that armor from one of the certain groups that you get when you reach rank 20 and choose. So I like the grind itself because it gives you something to work for in Destiny. I know people ain't used to this, especially on systems, because because this game out on PC. If this was on PC, you'll be seeing a different story from your viewers, because then they'll be on PC and not systems, because systems are very new to the MMO aspect, and they're not used to you have to grind. You know what I mean? You have to grind for this weapon and this armor. I like it, me personally. I don't want stuff handed to me in a game. A lot of people do, and that's what reviewers are saying in their game, and that's what reviewers are saying and doing, is they want stuff handed to them. So that's what I'm saying earlier, guys. Be careful what reviewers you listen to, because they are really they don't know a good game, or they don't know a game like Destiny, and they don't like these type of games, so they're gonna bash the game for being a grinding game. So just don't listen to a lot of reviewers out there, and don't even listen to comments. Don't listen to them. There are people who hasn't even played the game, and yet they're talking bad about the game. So be careful about that also. So the loot system is a little broken if you're going for different things. Now, if you're going for, like at the tower, the vanguards, the bounties, with the different groups, the different clans up in the tower and different stuff like that, it's good because you know what you're getting. But when you're going to the loot system itself, it's broken. It's very, very broken, especially in Crucibles. This is something I don't like, and this is something, Crucible itself is like a online multiplayer. That's what it is. You have 4 game modes right now, and they're adding more every week. There's Salvage is up, was up, and it's going to be back up later this week, I think, or next week it's going to be back up. And they're taking it down, reopening it. They're getting new game modes up in here, and Iron Banner's coming up, so that's a new Crucible game mode. But they're fun. They really are enjoyable. They're fun. Great maps. Only one map I really dislike out of every map in the game, not even joking. Every game mode has its own unique map, so that's really fun. But the loot system, guys, the loot system itself is very, very broken. I can come in first place 5 times in a row. Not even I did this. I could have 12 kills more, 10 kills, 15, 20, whatever it is. I could have that many kills above it. My KD could be 3.0, and the last person behind me in second place could have a 0.5. And I could get nothing from the loot at all, and the very person in the last place gets a legendary engram, or the enemy team gets legendaries. The loot system is so broken that me and my friends, 1, 2, and 3, didn't get one item, and the last 3 people got the best items in the game. And the enemy team got the legendaries, you know what I mean? I mean, the loot system is very broken because it doesn't give you items based on skill. It gives it on luck, which is very, very broken because I don't like that. This is something I don't like. The grind is fun to get weapons because you know you're going to get them. But the loot system itself, because it is just very, very there. It's not amazing, but it's not there at all. It's not good. Let's say that much. The loot system is broken. They have to fix this. They have to, because I want it based on skill. That's a true MMO when it's based on skill. When you have to go and you have to work for something and really become better at that, then you get the good stuff because it rewards players who are good. That's something that is broken in the game. The Crucible is the loot system in the Crucible is broken. Now, as in engrams are these things that like loot drops, I guess. You have a green one, which can give you a just a green weapon, uncommon weapon, just your basic. The blue ones is rare, which is like a better, and the purple one is a legendary, which is the next down from exotic, which is the best the guns and armor that you can get into Destiny. Now, legendary engrams, they are very, very, they're not that rare, but they're not that there. You know, they don't pop up every time. Like, I even found there's some grinding spots in the game where you just stand in front of this cave. I released videos on this because it works. This is what you have to do. I'm not going to lie. This is what you have to do in Destiny. And just keep killing these guys to get those legendary engrams. I'm already good. I've got a full set of legendary. I don't have to do this. The only reason I'm doing this is to get the exotic weapons. Because the only way you can get an exotic weapon is through an exotic bounty, which you have to do the bounties, which is in the tower. To get an exotic bounty, then you have to work for that to get the exotic weapon, or you have to get an exotic weapon of chance from a legendary engram. It's very half and half. Let's say that much. It's very half and half, but it works. It works to a point, but I don't like it at all because the chances of getting, when you get a legendary engram, you have a chance of getting a green to a rare item also. Not just a legendary, not legendary and up. If it was legendary and up, I'd be happy. But I have gotten a legendary engram and gotten a legendary. I have a full set of legendary armor for Titan, and my player is a hunter, and that's from just getting from legendary engrams. That's it. So when I switch over to a Titan, I'm good. I have a full set of legendary armor, which is funny. Even the cape, even the little armor piece, whatever. I even have that legendary too. It's funny because this loot system, guys, is broken. It's very broken. The grind is fun because you're going for this weapon and armor. Loot system itself is broken. That's all I'm going to talk about that. Loot system needs fixing now. That's all I can say. The next bit of stuff I'm going to talk about is, I guess, the explorability of the maps. Okay, so you have 4 maps: Earth, Moon, Venus, and Mars. Every map that you play on every planet, every moon, is unique in itself. Everyone has different attributes. Everyone has different enemies. Every planet has different things that's unique to that said planet. And as you go through the planets, there are different stuff, different things like that. Now, are they fun? Are they fun to explore? Are they fun to just go out, hang out, and have fun with your friends and collect stuff? Collect chests, which are hidden out through the map. Collect ghosts. Collect golden chests. Collect the resources on each planet. And just kill enemies over and over again. Pretty fun stuff. But is it fun? Yes, it is. It is actually fun. Every planet is unique between the Earth. You explore the Cosmodrome in Russia, this huge piece of landscaping, like out in the mountains or whatever. You got these big factory buildings. It's a really fun place to go and explore. You got the ship yard. That's what I call it, the airplane yard or whatever. You got the other ship yard. You got the coastline. You got the hidden bunker. You know what I mean? That's on Earth. You got Moon. You got the giant pit. You got the space station. You got the temples. You got all this stuff, which is also very fun. Every landscape is different, and every enemy is unique. And the events that goes on every planet is awesome. Also, what do you call it? Also very unique to that said planet. My favorite planet of them all probably will be Venus to a point. I do like Venus and Mars the best. Or actually, I don't know. Earth is really cool too. Every planet has its own stuff that I like about it. Let's say that much. Venus is like a very like jungle aspect. It's very jungly. There's like an oat river out there, like a big lake. I like red water. The effects of the water looks incredible. Just looking at it looks real coming at you. The landscape, the raining, the big leaves, the robots, the Vex look really fun. There's tons of ways you can go off from here to there, and it's really cool of that on Venus. When you go into Mars, you got this huge, rugged landscape, something like over in Arizona. You got these huge military bases. I always forget their name because even though I play, I still don't really know their name because it doesn't give it to me that much in the game, so I really don't know that. But Mars is a very fun and cool place to go to and explore because of its rugged landscape. It's a huge place. It's the biggest planet of them all. If you go left, you're going to be going through the cities. If you go right, you're going through the mountains to this big, like, portal, whatever. It's pretty cool stuff, and it just keeps going around. It's huge. Mars is the biggest planet of them all. But it's fun. All the planets are fun to explore. They will offer you new stuff if you go and explore each area, each zone, collect the chest, collect the ghost, collect all this stuff. It really is unique to that self of that. Now, what else could I talk about Destiny? I really don't know. I think I've actually went over everything. I really do. In a 21-minute video, I think I went over everything. Finally, I think I did. Crucible, story, gameplay mechanics, all that stuff. The tower itself was really cool to explore. There's many games. They're actually adding balls there. They have this big purple ball you can play with. They have a soccer ball they just added a couple days ago. You have a fan that you can just hover above everyone else. Pretty fun. There's a vault, which is good. There's tons of shops, vendors, and all that cool stuff. Is pretty fun. I like that overall. So, guys, my review of Destiny. Is it good? Is it bad? I will say I would give this game an 8 out of 10. That's what I would rank Destiny. If the story was longer and better, I would certainly give us a 9 out of 10, but it's not. The core mechanics of the game is there, and they're really good, but the story and the loot system is so bad that it messes the game up a lot. Fix the loot system, please. Please, Bungie, fix the loot system. Story, that's already there. We have to deal with it. Till the new DLCs come out, we have to deal with that. So it's there forever. Sadly, they didn't put it in from the get-go, but hey, guess what? That's what happens. But I would give this game a solid 8 out of 10. Anything under that, I really wouldn't recommend it, because this game is fun. It's a fun game to play with friends. I mean, it's a great game just to have fun with and play. That's why I keep playing it. Like this thing called the Vault of Glass, which opened up. Oh, the raids. The raids. Fun. Very fun. These are these things where 6 friends, go up against the biggest bosses, the hardest enemies, get the best loot, and really fun. They're awesome. The Vault of Glass was the funnest thing. I spent 18 hours in a simple raid, which is the Vault of Glass, which is more time than I spent in certain games by at least 2 times, so it's pretty fun. But there's puzzles, there's stealth sections, there's big bosses. It's hard. It's hard stuff. The raids are incredible, and I can't wait to see what they add later on. Now, I was getting to the Reef, which is this place which is not opened yet. In a couple days, it will open up. I cannot wait to see what that does, what that happens, what they give in that. Maybe that add more story. I don't know, but everyone, that's what I give the game. 8 out of 10. It's fun. It's not. If you don't, I like the grind. The loot system is broke. Hopefully they fix it. The story was okay. The questing itself is very good. Each quest is unique in itself. The strikes in the game are really fun. They're amazing. People doesn't like it because we have to do it over and over again. You don't really have to. I mean, you don't have to just play Crucibles and explore and get stuff, but they're fun. Other than that, the bosses are unique and all that cool stuff. And that's it, guys. That's all I got to do. I hope you enjoyed that quick. Yeah, not quick. If you enjoyed that review of Destiny, it was fun. I'm not new to reviews. That's why I do good or bads. But this game is something cool. It's fun. don't listen to a lot of reviewers. You're probably gonna say, well, everyone has an opinion. Well, of course they have an opinion, but if they don't really put the time into a game, if they play it for an hour and say, here's my review of the game, the whole game, then that's where you start getting messed up, because a lot of reviewers out there are doing this, because I'm seeing from their gameplay, and their stuff they're using isn't even level 10 gear. So I would really recommend looking at what you're saying, guys, and I recommend that you really listen to some of these reviews about Destiny. So this is an 8 out of 10 game. It's fun. It's unique. Needs some improvements on some certain aspects, but it's fun. The core game is there. But everyone, if you enjoyed this review, I guess, drop a like down below. Subscribe for more if you're new to the channel, and just stopping by. This is the longest video I have done in a long time. Hopefully you enjoyed it. But you know what? As always, this has been Too Bad 2, and I'll see you next time.